Hello, I'm Dr. Kritzer, back at you for Introduction to Infographics. And this is Unit 1, Part 2. We're going to be talking about what infographics are and how they're used. An infographic is essentially any combination of information and visuals that represent data, that tell a story about data. And this data and this story is given in such an efficient manner that people can look at it and get information rather quickly, much more quickly than, for example, reading an article about a subject. And I might add, in this day and age, our attention spans are used to short chunks of information. You can see various infographics here in the screen. What are infographics? Well, infographics, like I mentioned earlier, they blend text and images. The images might be charts, they might be maps, they might be diagrams, as you can remember for the first unit. You know, nowadays, all companies, all organizations use infographics to publicize their missions. And these infographics are done so efficiently as to provide information in bite-sized chunks, much more appealing than just plain text. And this whole process is what's called data visualization. And the visualization of this data might be elements such as icons, maps, signs, or they might be graphs, they might be statistics, or they might be some text that tell a story. So how are infographics used? Well, for example, here's a diagram of infographics used in education. And you can see here about, this one is about how public schools compare to private schools. And does America have confidence in their public schools? Culture infographics are used in culture. As you can see, these various icons here indicate. Infographics are used in medicine and providing people with healthcare information. And here's a very attractive healthcare infographic. Infographics are used in industry. Here is one used by an oil company to talk about their products. As you can see, in a different language. Infographics are used all over the world. They're used in transportation, as I discussed in the previous unit. And here is a bus station infographic. And one can use these infographics and not be entirely literate. And that's another reason that these graphics are used, or perhaps for people with language issues. And these are now one of the most popular and shareable forms of social content. They're cool to look at. They provide an attractive environment for people to get information. And another very important way of demonstrating important data, as you can see from these different pie charts. And another way of presenting statistics in bite-sized information that people can digest quickly. The most important statistics from research would go on your infographic. And concepts. Concepts can be illustrated in an infographic. And here is one done with using social media concepts. Models, complicated models can be demonstrated, depicted on an infographic. Various nonprofit organizations use infographics to promote their causes, and also make reports on various things that are important to those organizations. So I'm Dr. Kritzer. I'll be back with you again for Unit 2, Part 1.